first video of the CX of 2018, and we're going to try and get a bit of a headway on it today. So what I need to do today is sort out the rear end, not including the shocks. The shocks I'm going to leave for another episode, but I need to sort out the rear end, so that's connecting the drum, the rear drum brakes, and sorting out the drive shaft, connecting that up to the engine, greasing it all up, and just make sure that the rear wheel is actually set in place. And we've got a few little brackets and holders and things that I just need to connect everything back up. Probably put the rear foot brake pedal in as well. Whilst we're doing the rear brake, I might as well put the pedal as well. Oh, and the calipers at the front. So they have been sanded down, painted, and they can go back in the front as well. Now that we've sorted out the front wheel, they can be clipped on, and then that's job done for that. Now, as you can see behind me here as well, I've put on the old exhaust down there at the moment. So what I need to do with that as well is measure it out, and then we can cut it up, send it away to someone else to be welded. I'm not that good at welding exhausts. There's a certain skill and knack of getting that clean weld and that, you know, that neat weld around the exhaust as well. So that needs to be sent away to be done. Enough from me, let's get to it. So I guess in terms of visually how it's come about today, it probably doesn't look like there's been much done, but I mean they're all things that needed to be done when you're building your bike. You need your front and your rear brakes. So they're all set up now. They're all ready to go, ready to be get some braided hoses for the front. They should be here today, so possibly in the next week or two the braided hoses will be on the front, as well as the levers, the switches, your grips, everything on the front will be done there. We have the back brake that's staying as a rear drum at the moment. Nothing wrong with having a rear drum on your bike. I'm happy with having that. I've also got the drive shaft in, which obviously, because this is a drive shaft and not a chain, it's the main thing that makes your bike run. So, everything is equally important. I can make it run now and I can make it stop. I mean, all these things take time, but are all equally important. So next week, we'll have more on the CX. I might start stripping the Honda CB as well. Might as well get a start on that so the client can at least order things in, order all the parts in, so we've got them all here then. We don't have to wait week by week for things to come. They're here, we can work on it as and when we want. Also, the GS, I haven't forgotten that. I need to synchronise that. I have been pottering about with the engine, pottering about the spark plugs, getting the gaps measured, and quite simply, I like pottering around with the engines and getting things as sweet as possible and running as great as possible. It's what I enjoy doing. There's no point saying, yeah, the bike runs, let's go out on it. You need to future-proof your bike. You need to make sure that it's going to be maintenance-free, you're not going to break down anywhere. So yeah, take that extra bit of time just to make sure that everything is perfect, and it'll be well worth it. If you haven't already and you like what you see on this channel, then subscribe, give me a thumbs up, it all counts, and I will see you next week. I've got a good weekend lined up, a good weekend of working on these, so yeah. See you next week.